Welcome to SPASRO. Hello ladies and gentlemen, today we will see about Moon and Pluto in 7th house. In astrology, the 7th house is often associated with partnerships, relationships, marriage, and one-on-one interactions. The presence of specific celestial bodies like the Moon and Pluto in the 7th house of a birth chart can influence how an individual approaches these areas of life. However, it's important to note that astrology is not a science and interpretations can vary widely. Moon in the 7th house. The Moon represents emotions, intuition, and nurturing qualities. When placed in the 7th house, it can suggest that relationships and partnerships hold great emotional significance for the person. They may seek emotional security and harmony through close relationships. This placement could indicate a strong desire for a deep, emotionally connected partnership. These individuals might be nurturing and attentive partners, but they might also be sensitive to the moods and needs of their partners, sometimes to the point of being overly accommodating. Pluto in the 7th house. Pluto is associated with transformation, power dynamics, intensity, and depth. When found in the 7th house, it could suggest that the person's relationships tend to be transformative and might undergo significant changes over time. These changes could be driven by power struggles, intense emotions, or a desire for personal growth. Individuals with Pluto in the 7th house might be drawn to powerful and transformative partnerships, and they might encounter situations where they need to confront and transform their own patterns of relating to others. Combining Moon and Pluto in the 7th house. The combination of the Moon and Pluto in the 7th house could indicate that relationships are a central arena for emotional growth and transformation. These individuals might experience intense emotional connections with their partners, and these relationships could lead to profound personal changes. They might be drawn to partners who have a strong emotional impact on them, and they could also be adept at intuitively understanding the underlying dynamics in their relationships. However, they might also face challenges related to power struggles, emotional intensity, and a need to find a balance between their own emotional needs and those of their partners. Remember that interpretations of astrological placements can vary, and astrology is not scientifically validated. It's meant to be a tool for self-reflection and insight, rather than a definitive guide to personality or destiny. If you're interested in exploring astrology further, it's recommended to consult with a professional astrologer who can provide a personalized analysis based on your complete birth chart. Certainly, let's delve a bit deeper into the implications of having the Moon and Pluto in the 7th house of a birth chart. Emotional intensity and transformational relationships. The combination of the Moon and Pluto in the 7th house can intensify emotional experiences within relationships. This could manifest as a strong attraction to partners who evoke intense feelings and provoke deep emotional responses. The individual might find themselves involved in relationships that are transformative in nature, often leading to significant personal growth and change. These relationships could challenge them to confront their own vulnerabilities, fears, and insecurities. Power dynamics and empowerment. Pluto's presence in the 7th house suggests a potential for power struggles and a need to understand and balance power dynamics within partnerships. This could lead to an ongoing process of empowerment and self-discovery. The individual might be drawn to partners who have a strong and influential presence, and they could also be seen as quite influential themselves within their relationships. Learning to manage power and control issues, while maintaining a sense of equality and respect, can be a significant lesson for them. Intuitive understanding of others. The Moon's intuitive qualities combined with Pluto's depth can grant the individual a keen insight into the motivations and emotions of others. They might have a knack for understanding the hidden layers of a person's psyche and can empathize with their partner's struggles and desires. This can contribute to their ability to form deep emotional bonds, but it might also make them susceptible to absorbing the emotional energies of those around them. Developing healthy emotional boundaries will be important. Fear of abandonment and emotional vulnerability. With the Moon's sensitivity and Pluto's themes of transformation, there could be a fear of abandonment or betrayal within relationships. The individual might be concerned about being emotionally vulnerable due to past experiences that have deeply affected them. Navigating these fears and learning to trust and open up to their partners could be an ongoing journey for them. Healing and regeneration through relationships *. Pluto's influence suggests that these individuals may experience relationships as a means of healing and regeneration. Through intense emotional connections, they might undergo a process of shedding old emotional patterns, healing past wounds, and emerging as a more empowered version of themselves. The relationships they engage in could serve as catalysts for deep inner transformation. Balancing independence and intimacy *. While the moon in the 7th house seeks emotional connection and partnership, Pluto's intensity can also lead to a desire for autonomy and self-reliance. Balancing the need for intimate relationships with maintaining a sense of individuality and personal power will likely be a theme for them. It's important to remember that astrology is open to interpretation and should be taken as a tool for self-reflection and personal insight. Individuals are complex, and their personalities and experiences are influenced by a multitude of factors beyond their birth chart placements. If you're interested in exploring astrology further, consider consulting with a knowledgeable astrologer who can provide a more personalized and comprehensive analysis based on your complete birth chart. Certainly, let's explore some additional aspects and considerations related to having the moon and Pluto in the 7th house. Karmic relationships and soul growth *. The presence of Pluto often points to karmic themes in astrology. When Pluto is in the 7th house, there could be a sense that the individual's relationships are tied to their soul's journey and evolution. They might encounter partners who bring significant life lessons and opportunities for growth. These relationships might challenge them to confront deep-seated fears, attachments, and unresolved issues from the past. Emotional resilience and transformation *. Individuals with the moon and Pluto in the 7th house could develop a remarkable emotional resilience over time. The intensity of their relationships can teach them to navigate emotional complexities and to transform challenges into sources of strength. They might find themselves repeatedly facing emotional trials and emerging from them with greater self-awareness and personal power. Cycles of change and renewal *. Pluto is associated with cycles of death and rebirth, and its presence in the 7th house could signify a pattern of relationships going through phases of intense change. Partnerships might evolve, shift, or even end as part of this natural process. This could reflect the individual's own growth journey, as well as the need to release what no longer serves their evolving self. Empowerment and personal authority *. While Pluto's energy can be intense, it also empowers those it influences. Individuals with Pluto in the 7th house might go through a process of reclaiming their personal authority within partnerships. This could involve setting healthy boundaries, communicating their needs and desires, and embracing their own emotional depths without being overshadowed by their partner's influence. Balancing control and surrender *. Pluto's influence might push the individual to explore the balance between control and surrender in relationships. They could grapple with the desire for control and manipulation versus the need to trust and allow relationships to unfold naturally. Learning to let go of the need for control while still maintaining a sense of self-empowerment could be a significant lesson for them. Psychological depth and healing *. With Pluto in the 7th house, there's potential for psychological exploration and healing within relationships. The individual might be drawn to partners who bring psychological depth and insight into their interactions. They could engage in deep conversations about the complexities of human nature and might find value in exploring their own unconscious motivations. Transmuting relationship patterns *. Pluto's transformative energy could prompt these individuals to confront and transmute patterns in their approach to relationships. Unhealthy patterns from the past might surface, inviting them to recognize and change their behavior. This inner work could lead to more authentic and fulfilling connections. Social impact and transformation *. The moon and Pluto in the 7th house might also influence the person's impact on society. Their transformative experiences within relationships could extend beyond the personal realm, allowing them to become agents of change and transformation in the lives of others as well. Remember, astrology provides a framework for understanding certain tendencies and potentials, but it's not a deterministic science. People have free will and the ability to shape their own lives. The interpretation of astrological placements should always be approached with an open mind and a healthy dose of self-awareness. If you're looking for more specific insights, consider consulting with a professional astrologer who can provide a personalized reading based on your birth chart.